Welcome to this lecture review. Again, all credit goes to the LPI academic course. All of this came from the Cisco Netacad course. All of these videos are in preparation for my Netacad course, which we're using NDG's material for. Again, this is all for a approved Netacad course. Alright, so first one is we're going to be doing a lecture review on Module 3, Basic Using Linux. And with that, we're looking at basic ICT skills in working Linux. Gain desktop skills, introduce command line, learn about Linux in the industry, cloud computing, and within virtualization. So working with Linux within the environment, two major types, graphical, non-graphical. Graphical normally has something called X server, has windows and menus, has a graphical component, where the non-graphical is more like a command shell or text, and it focuses predominantly on shell access. You can run multiple shells in graphical mode, either within their own window or within separate windows. But again, the graphical component is graphical. So how do we get to a terminal? Normally, you can look, search terminal. You can look for utilities or some type of system menu, and there should be a link for terminal there, depending on the distribution of Linux that you have. You should be able to cut and paste between the different applications and the different terminal windows. Same shells as non-graphical mode exists, so you can actually in a graphical mode run a non-graphical command shell. Lots of software available to get for office workers that can be done with Linux. You have OpenOffice or LibreOffice. You have traditional, like a Word, a presentation, and a spreadsheet program using OpenOffice or LibreOffice, similar to Microsoft's Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. You have web browsing functionality through like Firefox or Chromium, very similar to Firefox for Windows or Chrome. You have distributions or desktop environments that help provide email or calculator apps or notepads. Again, if you can think of it in Windows, there is probably a Linux version of it. It's just they're going to be slightly different. Email in Windows is like Outlook. Email in Linux could be like Kmail. Calculators same in both. Notepad in Windows might be VI in Linux, or might be Nano in Linux. So again, similar applications. Basic Linux security. Cookies are, when you browse a website, they may leave small tokens that your browser may send back to the originating site based off a request. Cookies are the biggest violators of privacy. So in Linux, you can actually disable cookies entirely, or you can just delete them. Passwords are important here. Normally you want a combination of uppercase, lowercase, special characters, and numbers. More characters the better. Sometimes using a passphrase instead of a password. Passwords, if you get too many of them, you may end up with using a software like KeePass to help securely centralize all of your passwords. KeePass started on Linux. You can now get it for Windows as well. Making sure your computer is protected, so using things like an antivirus, anti-malware, keeping the software up to date, and using a firewall. Basically, a firewall will deny all incoming requests and allows all outgoing requests. That way, someone trying to come into your system would be denied, but you going out to the internet, because you're going from the inside out, would be permitted. The big one with Linux, passwords and keeping it up to date are going to be the huge components. Again, this is more of a basic overview of using Linux, not super in-depth. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you.